Hey, in the forest again, barefoot. So today we're going to talk about dry fasting, why it's so much more effective than water fasting alone. So it is abstinence from food and water. I made a list of 10 points. So number one is an intense release of stem cells into the blood, which activates regeneration and rejuvenation processes. Well, stem cells, they decrease with age, but they will be increased threefold after dry fasting. Thus, it will extend your life by 15 to 25 years. Yeah, that's a big one. That's why I put that one on one. The second one is the removal of edemas, tumors, and inflammation. And yes, I said tumors as well. Dry fasting forces the body to obtain water from the damaged cells, and they are used as fuel. So it gets an incineration process where it just kills off the weak cells. Third point is purification of the body with endogenic water of life. The production of endogenic, which means your inherent body water, and only the healthy cells can make water. Weak and sick cells die and are rejected by the body. Without exogenic, so without the exterior water, blood and lymph are purified with this life water. So water that's actually alive, that is actually made by your own body. Number four is improvement of immunity, anti-inflammatory effect, because all inflammations are fed by water. So all damaged cells suffer from a lack of water and they die. This immunologic response rises the production of interferon, T cells proliferate, having an anti-tumor and antiviral effect. Yeah, antiviral as well. So, you might want to pass this on to other people. 5, thorough cleansing without supplemental treatment and no enemas. I can tell you that I've done enemas in the past. And when you've got leaky gut, because that was actually one of the comments in the comment section, that when you have an autoimmune disease, L-glutamine is good to heal leaky gut. But if you are already sick, you want to fast before doing anything else, before taking any supplement, because a leaky gut means that it's like a screen door in a submarine. All the excremental particles, they go into your bloodstream, and that's what causes the autoimmune reaction. So the first thing to heal is actually from an autoimmune disease is a leaky gut. So if you have a leaky gut, don't do any enemas, because that can actually, harm more than do good. But when you're dry fasting, you don't have to do any enemas. You can have a bowel movement after a week. Your body just gets rid of old material. Number 6 is elimination of fat cells, because actually the endogenic water that's produced by your own body, is taken from fat cells. So you actually lose a lot of weight really fast. And it also gets rid of cellulitis. So all the creams that people recommend for cellulitis, just do dry fasting to get rid of it in the natural way. Because they are used up to produce your endogenic water. So fat cells are used up. Since 90% of fat cells are water, they disintegrate 3 times faster than muscle cells during dry fasting, because that's when you only do water fasting, you actually lose a lot more muscle mass. But if you're dry fasting, it will take the water out of your fat cells, so you will lose fat rather than muscle. The next point is rejuvenation. I think that's just a no-brainer. You're gonna live longer, so yeah, you will look younger as well. Actually, your skin is the biggest turnover, and the fastest turnover is skin, and also your intestinal wall. after 3 days of dry fasting, you will have like a new cell layer, and that also heals leaky gut. Number 8 is 2 weeks of dry fasting heals the body from harmful radiation. Because they did this medical fasting with people who suffered after the accident of Chernobyl. So yeah, Chernobyl, like this huge radiation accident, and they fasted people for 2 weeks, dry fasted under medical surveillance, of course, because I don't know if I would be able to do this on my own. I can do a week, but I think that's the most. But for those people, of course, like their health was really suffering through this radiation, but fasting was actually healing them. It's incredible. Number 9, dry fasting prevents cancer cells to grow because negative information is removed, energy levels are cleansed, and chakras are opened. So it's all about the energy levels, your positive vibration in your body. And if the negative information is removed, then cancer cells cannot grow. One might think that fasting makes you weak and vulnerable, but actually the opposite is true. Especially the first days when you don't have food in your system, that is where the body it's on high alert, like it wants to hunt for something to eat. You know, it would be weird if you didn't eat and then you would be so weak that you were not able to go and hunt an animal. So it is, you know, it's logical to think, okay, the body actually gives you a boost of energy to go and hunt for your food. So dry fasting increases energy. This is number 10. And less sleep is needed. And during the refeeding, new energy reserves are created and you will feel optimistic and energized. Well, I think that's a great list and a great motivator to start trying dry fasting. Of course, you will have like a detox reaction. You might have some headache. I would start slow if you want to try it out. Just try just for one day, or if you're still eating 3 meals a day, just start with reducing it to 1 meal a day, and then just try a day of not eating, and then maybe extend it to 2 days. Just go with how you feel. But I think that once you've got this experience, then you're not afraid of not having a snack every 2 hours. You can trust your body. You can trust nature, really. We are not made to eat every 2 hours. Really not. One of the keys of longevity is reduce the number of times that you're eating. And I mean also, chewing gum is also eating. It's giving the body that there's a signal that something's coming in. And that's the same with water. You need some kind of a digestion going on to actually produce, to convert that water into live water. And that takes energy away from your healing. So I think it's important to know how it feels. Dry fasting. Don't take any food nor water. If you think it's hard to do, then just don't talk. Just keep your mouth shut. Literally, keep your mouth shut. Then nothing can come in. There are these people that call themselves breatharians, and they get their food from the sun. So they do sun gazing, and actually just being in nature, that feeds also. It's feeding the spirit, heal the body. So I want to end it on that note. Feed the spirit, heal the body. Have a nice day, everybody.